July 27, 1689, the Highlands roared with the sound of war. Through the pass of Killiecrankie, a storm of steel and faith was about to break. On one side stood the forces of King William of Orange. On the other, the Highland clans of Scotland, led by one man who refused to bow, John Graham of Claverhouse, remembered forever as Bonnie Dundee. The glorious revolution had thrown the kingdoms into chaos. King James VII of Scotland and the II of England had been overthrown, replaced by William and Mary. But not all of Scotland accepted this new order. For the Highlanders, loyalty was sacred, and their oaths to James were unbroken. Into this turmoil rode John Graham of Claverhouse, the king's most loyal champion. Once feared as a ruthless enforcer, he was now revered as Bonnie Dundee, the hope of the Jacobite cause. He raised the royal standard at Dundee in James's name, calling the clans to arms. Camerons, MacDonalds, Stuarts, and Macleans answered his call, gathering in the shadow of the Grampians. Marching south, Dundee found his path blocked near Killiecrankie, a steep highland pass guarded by the forces of General Hugh Mackay, fighting for William's government. The Jacobites were outnumbered, barely 2,000 Highlanders against 4,000 well-trained troops, but they had the ground, the courage, and the will. As the summer sun dipped behind the mountains, Dundee gave the order. With a single cry, the wild Highland charge thundered down the slope. Claymores flashed, targes raised, muskets roared. The government line broke beneath the fury of the Highland rush. In less than half an hour, Mackay's army was shattered, over half his men dead or fleeing into the darkening glen. It was a brilliant Jacobite victory, a triumph of courage and ferocity. But in the final moments of battle, as victory was won, tragedy struck. A musket ball found Bonnie Dundee, striking him down. He died on the field, his last words said to be, "The Lord have mercy on our king and country." Without him, the Jacobite rising lost its heart. The clans would fight on, but their greatest leader was gone. Killiecrankie stands as both victory and lament, proof that even in defeat, Scotland's courage burned bright enough to shake an empire. If the spirit of Bonnie Dundee and the Highland charge still stirs your heart, drop a comment and follow to keep Scotland's story alive.